Ramadan Kareem, everyone. I'm Maha Salah from Middle East Monitor. And this year for our Ramadan series, we're going to be going back to basics and talk about some of the most popular dishes that are on every Ramadan table. From sambousek to salad to soup and even a dessert, we're going to have every course. I've had so many questions about how to make a lot of the basic recipes, so I thought that this year we can focus on that, especially with people who are either moving out on their own, newlyweds, or even people who have been inspired by lockdown to kind of go into the kitchen and try to make a lot of these recipes. Make sure that you tune in every week for our new episode and leave in the comments below, what is your Ramadan must-have? Welcome to the first video of this year's Ramadan series, Ramadan Basics. Today's recipe sambousek, or sambousek as we like to call it in the Levant, is probably one of the most common dishes on any Ramadan table across the Middle East. No table is complete without it. My husband and I pretty much have them every night along with a salad and soup and are happy with nothing else. Many people are familiar with South Asian samosas and enjoy them with their takeaways, but I was surprised to find that they likely originated in Persia, and a poem praising sambousek was written by a Persian poet. Recipes for sambousek can also be found in 10th to 13th century Arab cookbooks, where they are referred to as sambousek, derived from the Persian word sambousek. They are even the inspiration for empanadas. Lots of people usually buy ready-made sambousek dough that is thin and crispy, similar to spring rolls. But I prefer this homemade dough, which is more similar to pastry dough because it has more substance to it and it has a lovely bite. Making the dough couldn't be easier. All you need are a few pantry staples and some elbow grease, and it comes together in just a few minutes. It's important not to overwork the dough so that you ensure that you have a flaky and crispy sambousek. You may use more or less water depending on how much water your flour absorbs. But if your dough is too sticky, you can knead in a bit more flour, or if it's too dry, a bit of water will fix that. Leave it to rest and it's ready to work with. As for fillings, cheese is a firm favorite at my house. I like to use a white Turkish cheese sold in cans because it's less salty than feta, but feta works great too. I mix it with mozzarella for that melted gooiness that we all love. The addition of parsley and nigella seeds elevates the cheese and gives it a lovely flavor. Sambousek is often filled with minced meat cooked with onions, seven spice, and parsley, coriander, and/or dill. But feel free to get creative with your fillings. Once they're formed, they're ready to be fried. I usually make big batches of sambousek before Ramadan and freeze them, and that way I can pull out as many as I want and fry them from frozen right before iftar. When freezing these, it's best to freeze them uncovered on a baking tray, and once they're hard, you can transfer them to a freezer bag. Otherwise, they'll stick together. Give these crispy, cheesy treats a try, and I promise you won't spend another Ramadan without them.